Good morning, everybody. Welcome to St. John United Church of Christ for our Sunday morning Sunday school devotion. I'm Pastor Jana Myers, and I am super excited that you are here for 3 reasons. Normally it's 1. This month it's been 2, but now you got a third. And we'll start with the most important first. I am so excited that you have set aside time to grow faithfully. I am so proud of you. And I am so excited that you keep coming back to dig into what God has to offer for you in this place. The second most important thing. Today is Church Dedication Day. We have been in this building since late February of 2021, and now it is getting close to late October of 2022, and we are able to dedicate this building to God. So if you have any ability to be here with us for worship this morning, I hope that you do. Whether you are willing to come in person, sit out on the back patio, sit on our side patio, sit in the sanctuary with us, whether you are going to join in from online so that you don't miss a moment of it. You get all 3 camera angles and all the music and all the beauty. This is a sacred and holy and rare day to be able to dedicate a building so long in coming to our never-ending, unchanging, faithful God. We thought the process took a long time, but God knew that we would get here. And in the fullness of God's time, here we are. So I hope that you come for that. And third, and the least important, is it is 24 hours until my birthday, and this is the final birthday month Sunday school lesson. And so I could not help it. It is Halloween themed. My birthday is on Halloween, and so you get a Halloween themed lesson. This one is, of course, from the UCC Daily Devotions. We find them there each week. This is from way back in 2019, October 30th. In fact, just today, October 30th, 3 years ago. And it is written by Donna Schraper. It is called Disguises. Our focus verse is Exodus 3:14. I am who I am. For Halloween, I am going as Alexa. You've met her. She's a disembodied voice, and she does anything you tell her to do. My grandkids love her. Alexa, hide my brother's shoes. Alexa, get me a cookie. Alexa can't do any of these things, but if she could, she would, and that's why they love her. My British friends first introduced me to Alexa when I was staying with them. Perhaps it was their English accents that made the morning so humorous, or that we could just lie in bed until the tea kettle whistled. Alexa, turn the water under the kettle on. I was not amused by her behavior when I was staying in someone else's rental house. No one on the rental site mentioned that the teenage kids had told Alexa to lock all the doors and not reopen them, even if some stranger had the code. They kept switching the code from afar to dismuse their parents, who were apoplectic that Alexa had gone rogue on them. What's so funny about a robot? Because it is as far from divine as you can get. The divine doesn't ever do exactly what you tell her to do. The divine doesn't play tricks on people or even on their parents. Alexa is fundamentally a disguise, one set up to give humans the power we think we deserve. God is fundamentally not a disguise, but a self-directed something or someone who likes to connect with us by choice, not command. Happy Halloween. I love this idea of robots and divinity. I don't use Alexa because I'm no good at her, but what I do love is this idea of trying to figure out the difference between control and connection. I like our author's suggestion that a robot is as far from divine as you can get because it only can do what it's told to. But the part that she leaves off that I think is very curious, why do we love to pretend that we are God, that we get to boss others around, that we get to make their choices, that we get to play God and be in control. Because so often we have misunderstood the nature of God. For God is not interested in bossing us around. God is not interested in tormenting, teasing, or plaguing us, even when it may feel that way. And sometimes we like to make jokes, and we say, God has a sense of humor, and I make plans, and God wrecks them. All of these different notions, these different ideas that somehow a controlling God is God, and to be able to willfully choose is not. Our author lifts up the challenge that divinity, that being divine, is the one who chooses to connect with us in some time or place or way of the divine's own choosing. And that being in control and dictating needs and demands to others is in fact not. When I think about my relationship with God, I find that our author is right. I can hardly think of a single moment where God bossed me around and I moved against my will to go do something, to get someone cookies or to hide my brother's shoes. But what I can think of are countless moments where there was a yearning, an urging, a seeking of a connection. And I chose to join the choice that God had made and connect. It seems that although God is all-powerful, never changing, unending, and amazing, the choice that God chooses is to love us and interact with us and connect with us, not to dictate and boss us around. It's a disguise to think that being in control is to be like God. You are disguising both yourself and God. Instead, what it is to be like God is to choose to connect with others out of love and kindness over and over and over again, even when they rebuff you. That is being divine. Is to be patient without fail, to be unendingly loving, to be supportive even when it's hard, to be kind even when you're sure the other person doesn't deserve it. That's what it's like to be God. Imagine what it's like to love you in all of your faults and foibles, all of your joy and ecstasy. It's not easy. It's not perfect. And trying to control you would be a disaster. That is how we find God. Someone who loves us, even us, all of our faults, all of our joys, who doesn't try to control us, but tries simply to love us, adore us, and call us to our better self. So when you get dressed tomorrow to take your grandkids, kids, yourselves out for trick-or-treating, remember that you may get dressed up. You may put on a costume. But don't disguise yourself or your understanding of God, that it is anything other than all-loving, grace-giving, never-changing Holy Spirit that goes before you and after you and keeps you today and tomorrow. I hope that you'll join us for worship. It is going to be an amazing day, long in coming and much desired. And your presence would mean so much to us. We hope to see you back here at 10 o'clock.